Yeah, a cinematic vlog on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, but you want to shoot a feature film on it? Nah, that ain't gonna work. Anyway, aren't you supposed to get to the awards night at the film festival later? And yeah, I'm going to a film festival. It is no homage here, and we are going to the Sinag Manila Film Festival closing night.
Please stand up. We would like to acknowledge you. Pwede po tumayo ating mga filmmakers. Your night.
Tonight's the closing night of the Sinag Manila Film Festival, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. And in Melbourne, yeah, I like to drink on weekends, but because I'm on a trip, I wanted to push it a little bit further. And the filmmaker in me. I'm not gonna lie, this has been a pretty intense trip.
And on the way to the awards night, while staring out the window, I had a memory of the last time I was here. I was younger and I felt the world owed me something.
Melodrama around in Melbourne. Yeah.
I lived in Melbourne. I lived in Melbourne.
Oh, how youth can make you puff out your chest, walk around with confidence. But maybe my memory is unreliable. Maybe the footage itself doesn't lie. Maybe my memory and the footage doesn't align.
Do you want to go out and grab another one? There's a certain melancholy and sadness that comes with happiness. So every time I get really happy, I also feel really sad because I realize that that happiness will be in the rearview mirror very soon. Because as you sit in the passenger seat of life, everything is in the rearview.
I must be an unreliable narrator because the footage, it doesn't lie. I found this outtake.
Okay, I've got a lot of anxiety. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really anxious right now. I'm really nervous. I'm zoning in on all the little details and all the things that have led me to this point. And for me, it's a really big deal because as a person who was born Filipino or born in Filipino heritage, and because I feel like an outsider, and I feel like an outsider at home. So it's this really unending, churning feeling, like a mix of pride, joy, sadness, nostalgia, happiness to see such great competitors and good films. Heart's racing, and I think that's a good thing. Maybe if your heart's racing, that means you care.
Wait, had I really even changed much at all?
I'm always chasing ghosts. The last time I was here, I'm chasing that. The last film I made, I'm chasing that. A little bit of a pause from all the existential stuff over there, but the Philippines is a beautiful place. Probably need to get out of here and enjoy the day, because that monologue that I'm doing right this moment it's getting hot just standing in that one spot. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna enjoy the day before the awards closing night. For those who don't know, sound in the Philippines is a real issue. There's just so much noise pollution. Someone making a film, you either radio mic yourself or you just do it raw like I am, just straight off the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But I have no idea if this audio is really not gonna work. Like, I have no idea if it's gonna be audible at all. So, you know, look over here at this, look at this over here. As you can hear, there's a lot of sounds. It's a very, like the noise of the Philippines you can't really replicate, to be honest. It's its own thing. Gonna get some food, get some clothes. What is that happening? For those who saw the other day we came here at night time, it was such a different vibe. In Melbourne, I usually get my coffee like much earlier in the day. Teething.
And while walking, I pondered about my life as a filmmaker in the big picture. Why me? Plucked from the motherland, raised in Australia. And then I suddenly felt like buying a watch.
How about Australia? So they have a Jollibee Australia. They don't have.
They have a. They can't open the franchise. There's a problem with the
franchise.
Yeah.
How old are you in Australia?
Yes.
It's 27.
No, that's too young.
25.
No, too young. I'm not that.
32.
35.
Oh.
Ah, we have a same.
Yeah.
Say hi to the vlog.
Mom, Filipino or your
Yeah,
dad?
my mom and both my mom and dad are Filipino,
Both?
but my dad is mixed. Yeah, it's hard to explain. The 2 days already, my shirt I can feel it's tight,
Yeah, because the food here is very.
and the Sun Mig and the Red Horse.
And I think
And
the climax is very
Climax?
hot.
Oh my god, what's the climax?
The climax is hot here.
The climate.
So we're very hot in the Philippines.
No, but it's really hot.
In Australia.
Yeah, which city?
Also, my cousin is in
Is it the
Melbourne.
same day?
Melbourne. I'm from Melbourne. Okay. This is Time Depot. Okay. I was. Yay! It's so cool. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I've always felt displaced in Australia, and I know like I'm very lucky. I have a good routine. I have a lot of friends. I have all these things in Australia that I have those things, but I still feel like lonely and displaced sometimes internally. And I don't know if that's just me because of my upbringing and the world I'm in as an artist, all that, or if it's a universal feeling for creatives. It's really so amazing what life can present. You go and make a film on a whim, completely independently, barely any cast or crew where you do every role because you're depressed and you're a filmmaker and you need to express something. So you take that sadness, you take that depression, and you make art out of it. And that art, in turn, allows you certain privileges in life, things to be grateful for, things to look forward to. Might not necessarily be the most financially stable decision, but it's one that you choose and live with regardless. And if I just whip pan here to show you as the world moves past, this is my life at the moment. It's a life of joy, sadness, melancholy, post-colonial trauma, love, joy, everything mixed into one. Hello, hello. Something sweet.
Sinag Manila Independent Film Festival was founded in 2015 by internationally renowned independent film director Brillante Mendoza, alongside film producer and Solar Entertainment Corporation President and CEO Wilson King. Holding the tagline, Cine Local, Pang Internacional,
Yeah, this is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty stoked at the closing nights here.
Sinag Manila 2024 will be showcasing Filipino stories made by Filipinos for the worldwide audience in the following categories: full-length, short film, and documentary.
This is actually so. Whoa, what the? Hi, hello, Paul. How are you doing? Whoa.
The finalists of this year's Sinag Maynila will be shown in select cinemas and will culminate in the Gabi ng Barangal to be held at the Metropolitan Theater.
That's mine.
Sinag Maynila Independent Film Festival 2024 aims to continue its advocacy to support independent filmmakers and enrich the country's film industry.
Yeah, this is epic.
I struggled to eat because of the nerves. It was also amazing and overwhelming. What a treat. It had been 6 years since I've experienced the love of the Filipino film industry.
And to our festival filmmakers, please stand up. We would like to acknowledge you. Pwede po tumayo, ating mga filmmakers that are present here this evening. Come on guys, please stand up. Yeah.
felt like every painful moment for the last few years had a purpose, to bring me back to the motherland, maybe. Upon entering the theatre, my nerves took control of my body. I didn't want to win. If I won, I'd have to give a speech.
Tonight, our country's future, ang yaman ng pelikulang Pilipino, talaga naman ang ating mga indie filmmakers ng Sinag, Manila. Palakpakan po natin silang lahat.
And I detach from my body, seeing myself from the outside. This does happen sometimes when I'm stressed, but being stressed is just part of being a filmmaker. I was really struggling to vlog and get good footage because I wanted to live in the moment. And then suddenly the nominees were on screen and my trailer started playing.
I don't even know what kind of song I have. I hate my movie, I hate my movie.
I didn't win. That's a good thing. Explaining myself can sometimes be painful. My films have a shame attached to them. Some films of mine deserve a win.
I'm very happy. I'd also like to thank Brillante and Wilson and the fantastic Sinag Manila crew. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you.
Some films of mine deserve a win. Some don't. I have another film in my past. It's only screened in a cinema one time for a film festival. A one-time only deal. One time only. That was the deal.
I'm not Filipino. I was Filipino, but I'm not Filipino now. No, I'm not Filipino. I'm not Filipino. Look in the mirror, and what do you see? You see a brown boy who thinks he's white looking at me. Gago ka! Utang ina mo! Anong nangyari sa puso mo? What happened to your heart? Who killed innocents? I'm a good person.
It's not like I want to bury my art, but some films serve their purpose. One screening. It's art, transformative. Untitled Unfinished is that kind of film.
Best soundtrack, I love you. And Repent or Perish will also win more awards and will continue winning awards. I love you. And
When I was younger, I felt the world owed things to me. I had that young rage. I viewed cinema through that lens. If it didn't provoke, it wasn't worth making. I didn't treat people well either. I didn't treat myself too well. I had an edge, but it's not like I'm suddenly less talented now that I've softened those rough edges a bit.
And the winner for Best Film is Herlock.
This night comes with a lot of thought. Maybe too much thought. But for now, tonight is a celebration. And so we all got up on that stage for the closing night photo.
So cool.
And it had been years since I'd been up on a stage like this at Sinag, and this time I felt different, a bit nervous, and I didn't want the spotlight. And Sir Butch was telling me to get up on the podium, and I got really nervous, and yeah.
Please go up. Please go up. Okay. Go up. Okay, now one more layer. Come on. Please go up.
And on the way up, I kind of lost my footing, and I fell off the podium, so... But for me, it was a perfect way to end the night because it was true to who I am right now.
Since 1912, so it's the historical.
Douglas MacArthur lived here, and I believe Douglas MacArthur's father lived here too at one time. And amazing place. One of my favorite places in all Manila.
It's like such a beautiful layout.
Oh yeah, but get a few Negronis and a Red Horse into me and then suddenly I am a bit more confident because all roads lead to My Heart Will Go On. Don't ask me why I picked that song, but I felt it.
Hirap mag-piano ng mabilis, ha? Kuya. Matthew in the house, everyone! Give him some love. Okay.
And I was up there and I suddenly blacked out.
Thank you so much, Matthew. That was a lot of fun. And he says he's drunk. Yeah, it's so good that you're drunk. We're all drunk tonight, so yeah.
And what a perfect end to a night because my inner child was honored. I was able to get up there and express myself without any shame, just being me and enjoying my creativity and my expression as an artist. And then I blacked out again. I didn't get much more footage of the night. I was living in the moment, but I did capture this last bit, and that's what I call a pitch perfect ending.